The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hip-hop, trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I'll never forget it. We come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the place to be if you want to be at Raw. But right here online on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, that's where you want to be if you want to watch the Raw Patrol. My name is Chris Best, the man flexing his muscles, but really they're draining like Bugs Bunny. It's Bubba Duke. Below me is OMD.
How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Doing pretty good. Just saw Gunther walking into the building and Bayley as well.
Jey Uso and starting us off.
Whoa. Well, she's got herself a busy night tonight.
Yes, she does.
So when do we see this imploding?
I'm going to say I don't.
No?
I don't. I think that Dom is actually in this situation going to stay loyal to Liv. I think you're going to see Roxanne and Finn have that on screen, which is going to result in a mixed tag match.
There you
once
go.
Again, no Pat McAfee on the announce team tonight. Corey Graves is taking over for Michael Cole.
I like it.
Where's Pat McAfee?
He's taking some time off.
Apparently. He's with Adam Pearce on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Except Adam Pearce is actually in Green Bay.
Nick Aldis in charge tonight.
No.
And Adam Pearce has stated he is on holidays this week.
Kind of weird considering it was Adam Pearce announcing the videos in Green Bay for the matches.
All right. So Liv and Dom have the mic. Let's listen in.
Boo.
Well, Liv is talking. Yes.
Monday Night Morgan. Keep dreaming. Yeah, they're still booing him. That's great.
The boos just aren't as loud as they used to be, though. I'm hearing
No.
some cheering in that crowd.
I think he would be getting cheered if she wasn't in the ring with him. Whoa.
This is one woman you don't want to raise the ire of right now, Liv. Because this woman is on a roll. And of course, we're talking about Io Sky.
I had to do it. I know. I can see his lips doing this, but I don't hear a word he is saying. Helps if you unmute. There you go.
Yeah, no, my mute button isn't working properly. It won't automatically mute or unmute anymore.
It never did automatically unmute or mute.
When you
So what
hit
were
the
you saying?
I was saying when you don't want to get on her bad side because you're right, Beth. She is on a roll. This was not where I had this segment going. I actually had it starting off differently.
Right?
But I am okay. And are we going to set this up for Night of Champions or further down the road?
Watch Nick come out and do it right now. I love it. Shutting your mouth. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Wow. What's going on, Pete? Welcome to the show. He says, evening, good gentlemen. She just talked to her in Japanese. Oh, that's awesome. There's the booze we're used to hearing. Just give her what she wants. No, he's not. Clock her in the head with it, Io. Come get it. Do it. Do it. That's awesome. Every time Io Sky gets into the ring, I love her more and more. Oh, she got Dom too.
Like I said, you don't want to raise the ire of this woman because she's on a roll and she knows how to get under your skin.
Right?
She did just that just now with Liv Morgan.
Yes, she did.
That was awesome.
And right now, I feel like Liv is biting off more than she can chew because she's got the thing with Nikki Bella. She's got a match with Kairi Sane. Now she's got this thing with Io Sky going on.
Yes, and let's not forget, she is still one half of the women's tag team champions.
Yeah, and when was the last time they defended those tag titles?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Has.
If you got to think, then that's too long. They need to drop them.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Holy smokes, look who's here. It's Bobby. I know you've been here for a minute. I have just looked at the chat.
But I do have a question for Pete. Who are you calling gentlemen? Not one of us here is a gentleman.
Me and Bubba?
Like
Speak
I said,
for
not
yourself.
one of us here is a gentleman.
Speak for yourself.
Us two guys up at the top are very much gentlemen. We would even be so kind to have said we're extraordinary gentlemen.
I
Got
love
some
that
Sean
old Finn
Connery
Balor
in there,
reference.
buddy.
It's also an old Finn Balor reference too.
Yes. Yes. Whoa. Oh, we're getting right into it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Queen of the Ring qualifier for the opening match.
And I don't know if you were watching, but I'm calling this young lady to win this match tonight.
I don't know why, but I'm going with Asuka. It's her return tonight.
So see.
Yep.
I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. I feel we'll see.
I don't see Stephanie taking the pin.
Because that's the thing. In these fatal four ways, you don't need to take the pin. So even if she doesn't lose, in no way is this match ever going to hurt her.
No. I would love to see her go on. Again, personal choice. I love Asuka. It's too obvious to have her win.
It's also too obvious for Stephanie.
Okay, so
I mean, if you look at their, hey, stranger things have happened.
Yep. Like Sami Zayn winning last week.
That wasn't really strange though. That kind of made sense.
It did. But no, stranger things have happened. For me, Ivy Nile would be my next pick, but I wouldn't be opposed to Raquel winning it and getting that title match.
Wow.
So WWE Super Show happening in Mexico, July 26th and July 27th. Doesn't look like it's going to be televised, so they're probably both going to be live events.
Looks like it. Yes, Mexico City and Monterrey.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, if that is going to be like a PLE sort of situation, that's way too soon, given that we would just be coming out of 2 PLEs 2 weeks before. 3 if you really want to count Saturday night's main event.
Right?
Right.
And then I believe it's the following weekend. I can't remember. I think it's right at the start of August is the first ever 2-night SummerSlam.
Yeah, so that's going to be just a live event that they're going to do. Probably more or less to test the waters.
Right.
Of the Mexico market, which we will talk more about that on Turnbuckle Talk tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
Oh, Chad Gable's coming out. You suck, Chance. Oh, dear God.
This is where I mute him because he said Minnesota Vikings play real football. No, I'm done with this promo.
They play more real football than the Packers.
Okay, I will give him that. I will give him that. But compared to every other team in the league, no.
Yep.
Although I got to say, Minnesota is a state I would not mind visiting.
Why? What's in Minnesota?
There's lots of things to check out there.
The land of 10,000 lakes. Very, very reminiscent from what I understand of what we live in up here in Northern Ontario.
I actually tend to call Minnesota Canada Junior.
So, I mean, yes, would I love to go and check out the football stadium? 100%. Would I love to go and check out a hockey game there? 100%. Plus, Tiffany Stratton's from Minnesota.
Yeah, but chances are if we were to go to Minnesota, chances are she wouldn't be there.
Right?
Probably not. Raquel's going to lose.
Something tells me if Raquel does win, it's going to be because of Roxanne.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, and I went on record earlier today and I stated that Roxanne is in the same position Lyra Valkyria was last year, and I do have Roxanne winning this tournament.
Oh, yeah, and here's the other factor I didn't think about. Rhea Ripley could very well show up and cost Raquel this match.
She could.
Because if I'm Rhea, I'd be pissed at Raquel for essentially costing her this match.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't believe this. Just now, okay, after 2 weeks of missing, I've had to use my backup apartment keys. I found my actual apartment keys just now.
They were in your couch, weren't they?
Yeah. I looked there. I swear to God, I looked there about 4 or 5 times.
You could have looked 20 times. You still wouldn't have found them.
Yeah. And I'm trying to actually look for something else. I'm trying to look for my other remote because I don't like the remote that I'm using right now. But I had to use my backup because I have an emergency backup set of keys just in case for situations like that.
Right.
Oh, yeah. We all do.
Mm-hmm.
OMD's got it because he's got the Alzheimer's kicking in.
Wait, who are you again?
Yep.
I'm Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, so you're not real. You're just a figment of my imagination.
Or am I real?
No.
So when are we changing her thing from the Empress of Tomorrow to something else? Like the Empress of Today would work?
She's always been the Empress of Tomorrow, even when she was working in Japan under the Kana gimmick.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And this was one, I'm loving the new makeup, the new hair for her, but this was one where I think last week WWE dropped the ball when they showed the bracket with her in it and then did the vignette instead of doing the vignette and, returning or coming soon.
This is where I was just going to say that Bubba took it out of my mouth. This is where I would have done the TBA.
Yeah.
I would have also done the TBA with the men's, but I kind of like where Parrish went with that, where where he stated that they should have announced that whoever lost the world title match last week should be
right.
Gets their name put in the King of the Ring tournament.
Yes.
And no Jackie Redmond again for Raw. I know she's busy doing her stuff for the NHL Network and, of course, covering the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, she every year she takes off during the NHL playoffs.
Wow, that was intense.
But as far as McAfee's absence, I'm not exactly certain where he is.
Doesn't the NFL have something going on right now?
No
draft or nothing.
Draft happened like a month ago, was it? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just covering all the bases. I have no idea. Maybe he's taking
he does.
time off.
He did work for ESPN for College Game Day, but there are situations there, which again we can potentially dive into a little more tomorrow on Turnbuckle Talk.
Oh. I mean, I give Ivy Nile credit for trying with these women that are like 2 feet taller than her.
Right? But can you imagine an Ivy Nile Roxanne Perez Queen of the Ring final?
Oh, I mean, that would be epic.
I mean, here's the thing about Ivy Nile, and we talked about this last week with Ilya Dragunov. She may be tiny, but she can hang and bang with some of them giants.
Oh, yes.
I'm not saying she can't.
Oh, this is something I wouldn't mind seeing right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you can tell Ivy's just giving it right back to her. They are going hard on one another.
Yes, they are.
Ouch. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget the time that she was working out with one Sheamus and he tapped.
Yeah. We discussed that last week.
Yeah, right? Like,
and the week before.
Yeah, she made Sheamus tap out in the workouts.
Yeah.
So you have an intense workout if you're making Sheamus tap out. Because he's got a pretty intense workout himself. I like how the ref checked that.
I kind of want to see and I doubt Hunter even has time for this, but I wouldn't mind seeing Hunter and Triple H Hunter and Sheamus doing the workout
Celtic
together.
Warrior workout. Yeah.
I would love
Because
to see Hunter and Triple H work out together. That'd be great.
Yeah, we moved on from that joke, Bubba.
Doesn't matter. I brought it back.
Yeah.
Just like I'm bringing sexy back.
No, you're not.
I tried.
You failed.
100%.
Well, that was almost a 3 right there. Whoa. What a suplex.
And eat defeat.
Look at this.
Stephanie
man.
just taking out everybody right now.
What? That's a Chris Parrish.
And he's really, really early today. Welcome, brother.
Whoa.
Thank you. Hello.
How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Holy.
Good.
And Bobby Stats coming in saying Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez haven't defended the women's tag championship since April 22nd against Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan.
Who both don't work for the company anymore.
No, Gigi Dolan doesn't. Tatum.
Oh, I
Paxley's
thought they
still
were
in
both
NXT.
gone.
No.
Oh, Rodriguez's turn. Oh, maybe not. This is going to hurt.
It's
Well, there you
Raquel.
go.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, I thought she was going to do it right on the apron. Oh, she is too.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, my
Love
God. That's awesome. Like, talk about being able to improvise and adapt. Yes. Wow, dude, that's intense.
Got to be able to do it to everyone at any place.
Yeah. Oh, what's Asuka doing?
Oh, the Asuka lock.
I don't think it's happening.
Can't quite sink it in on Stephanie yet.
Oh, kick right to the face.
The back of the head bouncing into Asuka's face.
Yeah.
Right? So, really quick, Parrish, who do you think's winning this match? These two gentlemen have Asuka. I picked Stephanie.
I have Stephanie too. I would like to see Ivy Nile, somebody different, but at the same time, if you've kind of been looking at what's been going on, they've been going with like the hot hands.
Yeah. No, I would love to see Ivy get the win, but I wouldn't be upset if Raquel gets the win.
Well, I think you're definitely going to be doing something with maybe Io and Liv, Asuka, Kairi, Raquel, like 4 of those girls will do something for the tag titles. I wonder if we'll see like Roxanne kind of come out and help them out.
Right. See, I have Roxanne pegged to win the entire tournament.
Ooh, what a kick. She's in the corner.
But I think with the Liv Morgan, Nikki Bella situation that started last weekend, I wonder if we are going to get the women's tag titles there.
I think we'll see probably the tag titles either at maybe not at Night of Champions per se, but Evolution, Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Evolution, and I am looking at it being Liv and Raquel defending against the Bellas.
Yeah, I think that's been rumored for a few weeks now.
Ouch.
Yeah, and I get a feeling that if Raquel were to win this match, it would be because of Roxanne.
Right.
But at the same time, I keep thinking that maybe Rhea could very well show up because if I'm Rhea, I'd be pissed at Raquel for costing me the tournament match last week.
You have a point. Literally, that's where I would go with that whole thing too. Oh, she can do another. Nope. Oh.
It's basically building stories and other feuds within the tournament like we've seen before in the past.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mama Bear coming in saying, what an amazing group of women, but she is definitely favoring Stephanie.
Oh, I thought she meant us.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Well, I don't know. Pete had the audacity earlier to refer to us as gentlemen.
Again, OMD, speak for yourself.
Sorry, you can be a gentleman, but I'm extraordinary a gentleman.
I don't want to be a gentleman.
Don't worry. We don't think you are anyway, so it's
you.
fine. You're
Thank
welcome.
Holy. Oh, it was so cool. Pin all three of them. That'd be epic. That would have been epic if she would have got all three.
So I don't know if you three have noticed, but in Io's graphics, she had the color green, and now we're seeing the color green in Asuka's face paint. I wonder if that's a color they're going to be adopting moving forward.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we do know that Damage Control, as it was, has been quietly disbanded. We know that Kairi and Io work together. They keep that camaraderie. Are we going to see a new stable come out of that? Or are we going to reform Damage Control with those three?
I would just say, why not refer to them as the Kabuki Warriors and make it a three woman? Because that's kind of what they were.
Right.
Really, Io's the only original member of Damage Control still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I thought Asuka being in that group was a little weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It did feel
I'm
weird.
with you. It didn't make any sense.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Hey, come on, do that again. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's no fear, no brains in there. Like, that's a lot of headbutts.
Both.
For that not to hurt. Whoa.
Well, these are two girls that always bring it, and that's why they're considered two of the very best.
Right.
Yeah.
They're willing to do things that not a lot of people are willing to do.
Yeah. Phenomenal talent. Like, they are where they are because they've definitely earned it. Whoa. That was cool. What?
Oh,
Come on, Ivy.
That's a very odd way of breaking up a pin.
It worked,
I
though.
gotta say, I like Ivy's determination in this match, though.
oh yeah, 100%.
I do, but I'm questioning the way she's executing because if you're going to break up a pin, at least do something to eliminate that person.
Right?
She
Mhm.
didn't do anything, and then she brought Stephanie Vaquer back into that match instead of doing something to take her out.
Kahana bomb.
Oh,
Yeah, we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
She's like, hi, remember me? Oh, my God.
And who's the one who called it?
Todd. We're going to do another one? Oh, no, she's going to get her pinned. Nice.
and Best and I called the winner.
Yep.
Where the hell did the other two go?
That's a good question.
And like, what took them out?
Somebody passed gas. I'm leaving it at that.
It was Bubba.
I'm not gonna lie, that finish made zero logical sense. Like, okay, you want to do Raquel and Rhea, fine. I understand that aspect.
Yeah.
But like, okay, Stephanie gets hit with something, right? I get it. But the amount of time that lasted there, she should be getting up at this point.
Yeah, but that was Raquel's finisher that she was hit with.
That's what I just said.
Mm-hmm. I didn't hear that part.
I clearly. But she had enough time to recover from it. If you have enough time to roll to the side of the ring, you have enough time to, I don't know. And then, like, what did Ivy get? I don't know.
Just give her the freaking mic, man.
You're not really supposed to, though.
Yeah, not when you're conducting an interview.
It's not much of an interview.
Well, I mean, Asuka's also pretty gassed right now.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, she did the exact same thing with Penta when he made his debut, and then Penta just asked for the mic. But like, I don't hate the fact that Asuka won. It's just that finish was odd.
Yeah, it was a little off. Oh, excuse me.
And once again, we have Rhea Ripley in a feud with somebody in the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
At some point, when is this going to be over? So what are your guys' original, or now that we have had a week to kind of decompress it, the thoughts of Gunther becoming the new champion, ending Jey Uso's 51-day title reign, where he did defend the title 3 times. By doing the math, every 17 days he had a title defense by average. So he was a very active world champion in those 51 days, but too short, just right. Do we feel sympathetic to Jey Uso? How do we feel that Jey Uso is no longer world heavyweight champion?
I'm definitely sympathetic to Jey. I do think he deserved a little bit longer run, but I am okay with this. This just showed us, just like they did with the Intercontinental, Jey is capable of carrying the title, capable of defending the title. When the time is right, they can put the belt on him for a substantial run. But right now, I am good with Gunther being the champion going into Night of Champions and potentially into SummerSlam.
I don't know. I'm still kind of on the borderline about the whole thing. I like Gunther as the champ, but I feel Jey could have taken that title so much further. So yeah, I guess I'm sympathetic towards him. Go ahead, Best. Sorry.
I'm on the same boat, Bubba. I'm sympathetic, but I do get why they had Jey drop the title. I am
what is this?
Well, we got Xavier Woods coming out who raided the Godfather's closet, and I don't know whose closet Kofi raided, but
the train of
Kofi went to the Kofi
Adam Rose. Wasn't it clearly? He's a rosebud. Before any of you guys say things that you two won't like us to say on air.
That's why I left out the first part.
Yeah, as far as Jey's reign, I do feel like we are going to get another Jey Uso championship reign. Because the dude is still monstrously over.
Because we have throwback coming in. Oldberg.
Funny.
I mean, I'll say this from 3 aspects. Yes, the rumors are there that Goldberg and Gunther could very well be the match that Goldberg wanted as his retirement match, and they made the title. They switched the title to help draw more power into that match. But also, think about what we end up getting when they do the Crown Jewel Championship. It's now going to be Gunther versus John Cena.
Right.
A match that not anybody probably thought was going to happen with the heel turn. And I think this does, as my final point, I think this does help Jey Uso become more, as you said, sympathetic. But when you think about it, you guys just said, like, we want more, which means you didn't get tired of what he was doing, which means that you're still invested and you want to see that redemption story that he has 100%. Because he has brought your emotions to that point to where not only did you get on that train, but you're still on that train and you refuse to leave it until it starts moving again, which just means that Jey Uso is not somebody you're tired of, and that's a sign of keeping somebody there for a good period of time.
Right. See, and I do not want Goldberg versus Gunther for Goldberg's retirement.
But here's the thing, though. What a monster plug this is for Gunther.
Yeah.
It is. Gunther doesn't need it.
No, but you're going to be the guy that at one point, like, you're going to be the guy to end at one point wrestling's hottest superstar during the Monday Night Wars.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Goldberg is the one to end it. He is not only he will not be next. He is the last.
Yeah.
And that he not only answers the question next, but he is making Goldberg unable to ask the question ever again. And that's a giant plug to the longevity and the potential legacy to one Gunther.
Mhm.
It is. But I mean, like I've said, Gunther doesn't need it. And I know I'm only speaking for myself here. I don't want to put words into anybody's mouth. Not a match I want. I would love to see, because I know the other name that has been put out there for it is Braun Breaker and the spear versus spear. Braun grew up around Goldberg, so I would be 100% more on board with that one.
I mean, we've already gotten those spear versus spear matches with Goldberg before, so I'm kind of moved past that.
I mean, can you see Braun Breaker captivating you with a 30-minute match? Can you see Goldberg captivating you with a 30-minute match?
You're not going to get a 30-minute match
30
with you're not going to get Goldberg and Gunther for 30 minutes.
You can with Gunther, though.
Gunther would know how to work Goldberg.
Yeah, that's the difference. Gunther knows how to work.
Look what Gunther was able to make you feel about Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah. No, right. I want Braun to go in. I want that 3-minute decimation, and Braun just ends Goldberg. That's it. The squash.
Are those Dino Nugget stuffies? That was cool. I want one now.
Potentially.
Oh, here comes Gunther.
Speaking of Gunther,
the Ring General.
Well, you just knew when he was walking in, they were going to have him come out soon.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I decided to bust out the question. But throwback, he never once said he was going to ever have challengers for said championship. So it might have been just a one-time deal.
And that wasn't a crown jewel title. That was just some random belt they gave him for winning a 50-man Royal Rumble.
It was the greatest Royal Rumble.
No, it really doesn't.
Well, definitely wasn't the worst.
No.
But it was the greatest in terms of size.
It's a lot of
matters. Right, Mama Bear? Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different reactions for Gunther right now.
We're not saying it doesn't exist. We're just saying nobody ever said it was a defendable title. But what is the World Heavyweight Championship held by your Ring General. I wonder what he would rate my impression of that.
He'd probably laugh at you and punch you in the mouth.
No, I can get out of the way. I'm a lot smaller than he is. He'd have to punch down. I would just uppercut him right in his ring generals. But the question is asked by Bobby. Where is Ludwig Kaiser with the ring general?
I think they're doing their own thing right now.
what is his own thing? Because we haven't seen him doing much of anything lately.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's on
I
his way out the
know
door.
I could see him making a return soon, but I don't know where Kaiser fits in because right now he's sort of been excommunicated from the Intercontinental title scene. Again, we do know now likelihood is the draft takes place post SummerSlam. So do we see a Kaiser move to SmackDown and be able to challenge for the US title?
At that point, it's I don't think we really know what the landscape of the whole thing will be. So you might be right, but things might be
Right.
completely different by then too.
Nobody wants to hear him talk. Oh, is this where we have to listen to Goldberg's I am so many wins and no losses thing? Yeah, knew it.
You knew it. Why do you think I put it on the damn graphic?
I just didn't know when he was going to come out. Let's say Goldberg last ride.
Yeah. Well, it's no secret. He wants one last match. And he was promised one last match.
Gunther looks a little perturbed and a little worried at the same time. And he's breaking out in the sweats, and all he did was walk to the ring.
Come on. He used to be a Falcon. We all know they can't take the heat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Not a lot of people bring the intensity to Gunther, though.
No, not like this. This is completely.
So the match will not be happening at Night of Champions. It will be at Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Yes, we're also watching.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm letting the people who are watching our show and maybe not watching this show know.
I know,
Just
but you're talking.
putting that
You
out there.
talked very, very loud there.
I know.
Yes,
I did.
I was expecting, because that is the report that has been going around, was that it would be Saturday night's main event. And that's going to give Goldberg time to rehab some of his injuries that he's been dealing with and really get himself back into ring shape.
They wouldn't be putting this match in if he was hurt in any way.
Yeah,
He would be 100% cleared by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do have a scenario in my head, and I'm not sure if I like it, but I'm just going to put it out there anyways. But imagine if Goldberg wins the championship that night.
You're good. Okay, chat. Hate him up right now. Hate him right now. But go on.
And now I'm going to finish. Only for Seth to cash in on Goldberg, and Seth becomes the one that retires Goldberg.
I mean, I did say that on Sunday.
I didn't hear that.
But it's actually quite funny because one, I will say this, it's not a bad idea if it wasn't Gunther taking the loss. I think if it was Jey Uso, okay, it's more believable Goldberg can beat Jey Uso. I think if Goldberg beats Gunther, you are doing a huge injustice to the perception of what Gunther is to your company. What I think would be a better suited idea is if Seth does it during the match, ends up winning the match by pinning Goldberg, still being the guy that says, I retired Goldberg, not you, Gunther. And then now he has a pissed off Gunther coming after him. And now we have made a babyface Gunther out of the scenario. Very much like Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't mind that idea either, but he could still do that even if he were to cash in after Goldberg beat him.
Yeah, but why are you going to throw the title leg around like a hot potato?
Again, I don't know. Vince McMahon used to do it.
Yeah, but sure. Is Vince McMahon here?
Yeah.
No.
We don't want, like, this is why I said, like, yes, in this situation, Jey was very much a transitional champion, although he had 3 successful title defenses. But it's not something I want. I want the 6 to 9 month title reigns. I don't need a 4-year reign like Roman had. I don't even need another, 665 day like Gunther had with the Intercontinental title. But a 6 to 9 month reign is perfect.
Damn, I was hoping they had JD's actual theme on, but they have the Judgment Day's theme. I love JD's actual theme. But no, I mean, I just really can't see Triple H making a championship that they have done a lot of work with, making sure that it's a championship you've always earned to get. Just being hand it over in that way. I don't think you're going to do that yet. It's still very early in its inception. Like, I know it's a few years old, but it's still an infant championship. Plus, we all know the way you go out, and that's by making sure somebody is looking great in that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a lot of time with Goldberg and Gunther. I think it's only fitting and proper you have a definitive end, and it involves those two. And then if anything else happens, it's after the match. But it's after the match where you have Gunther standing tall. Because again, if Gunther loses, why not just wait for Jey Uso?
Yeah.
And why not have Seth cash in on Jey Uso, somebody who's actually fought against him?
Mm-hmm.
Then create this new enemy in Gunther. For a visionary, that looks pretty stupid to me. And Mama Bear, you are right. He still looks really good, but when does Goldberg ever look out of shape?
Right?
Right.
I mean, we were talking about the way Ivy Nile works out. Goldberg still works out like he's going to wrestle a match every week.
Oh, man, imagine if Goldberg went on Sheamus's Celtic Warrior workouts.
That'd be intense.
That'd be pretty fun to watch.
I kind of get a feeling we might get that now.
Well, and just also think about how intense Goldberg would be as like a spotter or a trainer for Sheamus doing said
Right?
workout.
Yeah.
That's a one thing. Even if you're not a Goldberg fan, you can't knock the intensity he brings because he had no fear getting into Gunther's face, and not a lot of people have done that. And seeing Gunther kind of take that step back, it'd be like, whoa.
Well, he did. He backed him right out of the ring.
He felt that aura of
Like-
Goldberg, and that aura of Goldberg is still pretty iconic for wrestling fans. Whether you're a fan of him or not, he has made a huge impact in the history of pro wrestling. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think WCW would have even had made 84 weeks
No.
against WWE.
No.
Yeah. And just taking a look at what we're going to be seeing in our ring tonight, this is going to be my unexpected match of the night, more than likely. AJ Styles and JD McDonough going at it.
And this is where I'd love to see AJ Styles like lose, but in a loss because maybe a Karrion Kross gets in his head.
Right. We'll see. And I brought this up last week because, AJ had that match with Gable, and we didn't see the Creed brothers or American Made get involved even after the match. But AJ does have his sights on Dom and the Intercontinental Championship. So could we see in that situation Dom interfere and Karrion Kross come out to make that save?
I don't know if he would make a save because his MO right now is wanting to get the evil out of everyone, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He could be the first one to come out, want that evil out of JD, or out of AJ, sorry. And then we see it out of JD and Dom. And he's just that stand, and he's like, see, had you listened to me, you could have won this match. But on that same thing, we could see AJ Styles forego his advice and win it his way.
Yeah.
As we've been seeing lately, at whether it's Sammy, whether it's AJ.
Yes. And as we heard Karrion tell Sammy last week, see, you did it your way. which means you took my advice. So now if we get that,
Mhm.
do we get that same type of a speech in the back from Kairi?
With how much we mentioned the words "your way" right now, I've got Burger King in my head right now because the slogan is "Have it your way."
Wow, that was cool. Wow, that was a good move,
That
AJ.
calf crusher.
Yeah, he's not letting go of that.
But there's something we haven't seen in a long time, which was Dom pushing the bottom rope towards
Right.
JD.
But already we have that involvement of Dirty Dom in this match.
The distraction. Look at this. Run, Dom, run! Run! Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That was wicked.
But that's already that involvement of Dom has made an impact because
Yes,
it's
it has.
taken AJ Styles off his game and he took his attention away from his opponent.
which is exactly what Karrion Kross has been pointing out about AJ.
Oh, come on, Dom. I love it. Like, just to think of where that kid started and where he's at now. Night and day.
Right? Come on, JD.
Jeez, nice kick out.
Very curious to see how Dom would work with this current character as a babyface.
Probably very similar to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we all know just how much an influence Eddie is to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think-
I mean, it was very easy to love Eddie, and it was very easy to hate on him.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to Dom. Like
Yeah.
it's very easy to hate him. But
Mhm.
at the same time, because it's you love to hate him. You don't hate to hate him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So because of that, like when you love to hate somebody so much, there is a time where you just end up loving him.
Yeah. And Dom was getting his old school heat earlier when he and Liv kicked off the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
it took him a minute though to get it back though, because like that first little bit of the promo, some of the crowd was cheering for him.
Oh, yeah. I know I was.
He's a heel. Stop being a smart mark, man.
Oof. Such an underrated wrestler, JD is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Underrated, undervalued.
I don't think he's undervalued. When you see how quickly he was put in the spots when he joined Raw, he was used all the time.
Right?
You're not undervalued if you're getting that much TV time, whether it's matches, when you're the guy who gets to really beat down Dolph Ziggler right away.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's a fall guy in a lot of times, but fall guys get a lot more television time than others.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's why I don't say he's underappreciated. I think he's put in a spot where you just don't have a lot of people that can do what he does. So he gets almost just put in a bubble.
Yep. Oh, what a headbutt. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Holy.
This is a very awkward back to the row.
Yes, it was.
Whoa.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That
was
fantastic.
Very emphatic way to do that maneuver as well, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, the title's left in the ring.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't remember. Has AJ been the Intercontinental Champion before?
I don't believe so. We know about his world title runs. I believe he's been a tag champ. I believe he's been the U.S. champ. But I don't think he's had the Intercontinental.
AJ Styles?
Yeah.
Yep, pandemic. He was
That's
the Intercontinental
probably why-
champion during the pandemic.
That's probably why I can't remember it.
AJ Styles is a Grand Slam champion.
Okay.
But I love the fact he stole the title.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's walking away with it.
Right?
Look at the freckles on Sheamus. Damn.
He's just looking at the little guy like, that's a lot of fighting such a little guy. It's Bayley.
You can play connect the dots on Sheamus if you really wanted to.
Love the intensity out of Tozawa in that situation.
Well, that was an interesting little side part.
Right? Waller standing between the New Day arguing with Theory.
I mean, we've seen it week in and week out on Raw, where we've seen them in the background, Grayson Waller and the New Day talking.
Yeah.
But
We heard it last week when the New Day said Theory was dead waiting to drop him. But that leads me to wonder, is this where we finally see Theory and Waller get on the same page instead of the split up, and they're the ones that take the tag team titles?
I mean, who knows? With the New Day, their whole thing, maybe it's their master plan to try and dismantle every tag team so that they have no contenders.
Right?
Holy.
as we see a little throwback to 2 weeks ago on SmackDown as Seth Rollins' group attacked Andrade and Penta after a win over the Creed brothers.
Mm-hmm. Good old Penta.
I wonder how many people in Green Bay are like, I don't know what he said, but yeah.
Right?
Paul Padala. I swear, Snickers is like the most sponsored chocolate bar ever.
Yeah.
Right.
It is literally at like every sporting event they talk about it, or we see an ad for it or something. It also doesn't help that some of their ads actually feature athletes eating the bar.
Right?
Now, I don't know if you guys have heard, but the band Paramore is in production of a new theme for Bayley. So it very much seems like the movement away from Def Rebel is happening. We got the bulks are coming in saying, "Hey guys, great to see you all. OMD, hope you had a great locker room breakdown show with Bubba."
That we did. It was great to have Bubba back on the show. We know he was back by popular demand.
Yeah.
According to which sources? I ask. My point exactly, OMD.
I sourced it.
Bolster. Bailey's fired up.
We have to think. It's been like a rough kind of situation for her, right? Like she wins the title at WrestleMania 40 after winning the Royal Rumble. is basically a workhorse for that entire year, only to be put in a segment where she gets attacked and loses her WrestleMania spot.
Yeah, literally. Whoa.
And let's understand what we're watching, and that is the potential of a first time ever feud on the main roster between Becky Lynch and Bayley. In 2025, we're seeing a first time ever one-on-one feud between two of the original four horsewomen. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Chicago Bears with a championship. Huh. Just,
I mean, that's twice tonight. The Packers are have been promoted on, I guess you could say.
see a guy in the background with a Vikings jersey, and we definitely don't see a championship around him. That's reality.
Well, Chad Gable also came out and promoted the Vikings over them as well.
Which is funny because Chad Gable has not won a singles championship either.
Right.
Right.
I did come in and say that the Vikings do play more real football than the Packers do. So.
Well, the Packers are iconic to football, as they've won the first two ever Super Bowls of all time. And they've won more in our lifetime than the Bears and Vikings put together. We can also say Lions, too. So they're all division.
Wow. They're both just amped.
Well, they're two of the very best.
I get it. I get it. There's just a lot of passion right now.
Bayley said she's a future Hall of Famer. So is Becky Lynch.
Oh, totally. They both are.
Name me two other women on the roster that have more ammo against each other than these two right now.
Oh, nice. Oh, shoot. Oh,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
wow. Like, she didn't even flinch for that smack in the face. And just laid out Becky. Holy.
Once again this week, the women killing it on the promos.
Right.
That's crazy.
Hey, there's a reason why there is multiple companies on the independents and in WWE doing all female shows. Shout out to Ring of Honor champion Athena doing one in Texas. But women of pro wrestling nowadays is the best it's ever been, and it's only getting better. They have broken not only that roof, that golden ceiling, but they're setting standards in professional wrestling. And sometimes they're setting standards that the men aren't even hitting. You gotta get a new render for Bronson Reed.
Yeah. As Kairi Sane is making her way to the ring for her match with Liv Morgan.
Everything okay there, OMD?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You hear your hip and your knee creaking all the way over here.
Yeah.
You know, WD-40 would fix that creak.
Not in my hips, it won't.
Just take a locker room visit. It could be a Schitt's Creek.
No, it's not that.
I was going to say it could be a pressure issue. That's why OMB needs to take a locker room break.
Pressure.
No.
What do you know about pressure? OMD, can you name me the movie that's from?
I cannot.
Oh my god. It's just one of the best football comedies of all time. It's Ventura, a pet detective.
I'm surprised
You know how
she
long
doesn't
it's
know
been?
that.
It featured your damn Dolphins,
I know,
man.
but the last time I saw that, I was probably 15.
Yeah, I know. It's been like a ruthless aggression era since you've watched a movie. We're aware.
Yes.
A movie that's not Lord of the Rings, mind you.
Bush League series.
Oh, that's too funny.
Bulk Bogan, given the fact that he got WrestleMania bonuses, world title bonuses, and he's getting merch bonus, 4 letters, 1 word, haha, rich.
Yeah.
Knicks in a championship.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. So much
I like
happening
where
in
we're
that
going.
little, right? So much happening in that 60-second spot backstage. Love it.
Yeah. As a little recap, what we got was an interaction between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. It's basically saying they're both going to do what's best for each other. Bayley has been granted an Intercontinental Championship match next week with Becky Lynch. And then we also got AJ Styles returning the Intercontinental Championship to Nick Aldis. But in return, he gets Dirty Dominic Mysterio at Night of Champions for the Intercontinental Championship as well.
Yes.
That might as well have been just an Intercontinental segment.
It's Intercontinental, and I feel so good.
100%.
But I'm going to say if Bayley wins the Intercontinental title next week, I kind of would not mind her and Lyra having a match at Evolution.
Well, if she wins, how do you not make it a triple threat?
Yeah.
Becky
Yeah,
gets
that-
her
even that would
rematch.
be-
Lyra
I've-
gets the title rematch she never got.
Mhm.
I think no matter what, you are looking at a triple threat.
In fact, I'll do you one better. Make it a triple threat women's ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship at Evolution.
Okay. See, I have a very funny feeling that it's going to be a triple threat at Night of Champions.
Okay. That was a little weird. Oh.
Yeah. It does appear that Liv Morgan might be a little hurt or injured. There are paramedics going on. The match has been stopped. We went to a commercial break. She did fall hard on her left knee. And then she also fell very hard on her left shoulder as well.
Mhm.
They're saying it's dislocated. So what do we do?
So it looks very much like this match is going to get thrown out, if you ask me.
Well, Kairi's keeping the crowd entertained.
It's still a win.
Which just means the Fatal 4-Way match we will get later tonight for the final semifinal spot for the King of the Ring tournament might just get a little bit more time.
I mean, this is live TV. Anything can happen.
Well, this is pro wrestling. Anything can happen. Injuries happen. So if anybody wants to sugarcoat this or say that wrestling is what you want to say fake, then guess what? This just happened. Injuries happen. Separated shoulder happens. That's not fake. That's a real injury. And guess what? Even your precious little favorite athlete gets it. So be quiet and stop disrespecting the business we all fight for and love.
And I've
Right.
fought in.
And I was going to ask,
here.
is,
Oh, her elbow dislocated.
yeah, I was going to ask, is this the match where we do see Nikki Bella come out? But I guess that's probably not likely to happen now.
That's honestly just a freak accident.
Oh,
Yep.
just yeah. Like, how many times has she landed in that position? Right? Over and over and over. And then this is just the one time that her elbow's like, nope, I ain't doing it.
But I think it definitely goes to say we definitely hope for the best for Liv Morgan. We hope that it isn't a
Definitely.
serious injury. And if by chance it is, we definitely wish her a healthy and proper recovery. And we hope to see her soon because let's face it, Liv Morgan in the last couple of years has become a staple to the women's division and has become one of the biggest stars in it. So we definitely will be hoping for the best for Liv Morgan.
100%. And I don't want to be the guy to go there, but what becomes of the women's tag team championships?
Again, you don't know the injury, so we have to kind of wait for that. I mean, who's to say it might be just like a sprain? Give it a couple weeks and she's good.
Yeah, it's way too early to tell the seriousness of something yet. WWE does have one of the best medical teams.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah.
There, not to mention the Green Bay, Wisconsin medical department will be there as well on live location, as we all know. So, nothing but the best is going to be there for her.
We'll more than likely have an update on Liv Morgan's condition come tomorrow night on Turnbuckle Talk.
And there's your plug for the show tomorrow.
It's not the first time I did it tonight.
No,
Nope.
you plugged the show 2 or 3 times tonight already.
Twice by my count.
Oh, excuse me.
So if there's one person who loves Chicago more than anybody, it is the man that we see in this segment, CM Punk. Let's just have a little moment of interest to see how he is going to be perceived by the Green Bay faithful. As we all know, Chicago and Green Bay, well, they don't exactly get along.
Right.
But it's not the first time CM Punk has done a little bit of a let's just put my sport teams aside and got the people
Right.
back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't going to be wearing a Green Bay Packer jersey. I can promise you that.
But speaking of somebody else who is a massive Bears fan that we have yet to see or hear from tonight, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and I was going to say before we got kind of that end of that segment, though, I am pretty sure the last time we saw that Chicago Bears jacket Becky Lynch was wearing in Green Bay, Seth Rollins wore when he made a pick for the Chicago Bears at the draft held in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Ooh, say.
R-Truth and John Cena going one-on-one this Friday on SmackDown. Kind of looking forward to that match.
And yes, it is R-Truth versus John Cena. It's been revealed that even though he did mention his real name of Ron Killings on Monday last week, they will still be using the name R-Truth as well as the name Ron Killings.
Uh-oh. That was cool.
So Karrion trying to get into Sammy's head, but Sammy's getting into Karrion's head.
But is he though?
I think that's kind of been the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you look at the little sneer that Karrion had? Because Sammy was spitting some truth there.
Sure. But what does Cross always want out of Sammy?
He wants
wants a
that
little
killer
bit of attitude.
intensity.
Yeah. So
And-
what did Sammy give him in that segment?
The attitude. And notice Cross's final words at the end of it when Sammy said he was going to go and make that match for post King of the Ring. It's about time. So this is something that Cross has wanted. I don't think Sammy is in Cross's head. I think Cross has baited him enough.
I think this is a master plan by Cross to get what he wanted, but I do think he is overestimating the capability of Sami Zayn. I don't think he understands just what Sami Zayn is capable of. Sami Zayn defeated the Ring General at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn has had the courage to turn on Roman Reigns during the Royal Rumble and then took an absolute crap kicking from the entire bloodline because he stood on his morals and did what was right. But then he got back up and they main evented WrestleMania night one and won the tag team titles.
Mhm.
So Sami Zayn has so many qualities that I don't know if Karrion Kross knows how to overcome.
And I'm going to be honest, my pick right now to win the men's King of the Ring is Sami Zayn to go and get that match again one-on-one with Gunther at SummerSlam.
Now we have two men. We see one right now in this match. Now, does Jey Uso really need this as an opportunity to get back his championship? I don't think it.
No, because there's plenty of other opportunities that he can get should he even lose tonight.
Yes.
You know, like asking for a rematch?
Yeah.
Like, same thing of Cody Rhodes. Why do these men need to be going into the King of the Ring when it's very easy? Cody Rhodes even pinned John Cena at Money in the Bank. Yeah, that wasn't good enough for him to get a world title shot.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you because I think you are going to have four baby faces on the men's side competing to see who goes. I do see a heel turn incoming from somebody. In all likelihood, I see it being Randy Orton.
There we go. I was hoping for some specifics.
But it would not surprise me if we get a Cody heel turn.
Cody, no. I think if there's anyone, I think Sammy's the most likely.
Okay.
But what I'm intrigued about is that if by chance we do get Jey Uso in the final, because either way you look at it, Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. And yes, This is the assumption that Jey Uso wins tonight's match.
Right.
Mhm.
Either one is very interesting because both men, in either scenario, have been each other's ride or die at one point in their careers.
And all four of these men are all still very close and very good friends. So it doesn't matter which pairing you do.
All four men, if Jey Uso's took advance, fought alongside one another in the War Games. So they have gone to battle.
Yes. Now I do have Jay pegged to win this match just because of you've got the Rusev Sheamus rivalry that started to kick off there last week. I do believe that the LA Knight factor will play into this match against Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Anybody notice the pants Jey Uso's wearing?
No.
They seem
wasn't looking at his
very
pants.
much like Roman Reigns.
Mama Bear coming in and saying probably a stupid question, but why all the Prime? Well, Prime has a partnership and they are a major sponsor now of WWE, in particularly because one of the founders of Prime, Logan Paul, is a member of the WWE roster.
Jade Cargill and Roxanne Perez next Monday.
Wow.
Does WWE Shop sell ref jerseys?
Probably not, but you never know.
They definitely should.
Right?
What?
Just Jay trying to like get Rusev to eat is quite entertaining.
Ugh, excuse me.
I kind of want it Sheamus to go back to the black and green and white look. The red just doesn't vibe with me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The red for special occasions, but yeah, I'm with you on the green and white.
I'm going to put this question to Bubba.
What's up,
Michael
buddy?
Cole just said Sheamus is looking to be the second person to be a two-time King of the Ring champion. Do you know who the other man is?
It's not Stone Cold, is it?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I have no idea then.
OMD.
That would be the one, the only excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yep.
You know, simple. It was Bret Hart would have been great.
That gave me Billy Madison vibes.
So no, they don't sell ref gear. I'm looking right now.
No, but there is another website that has the WWE ref shirts there.
Could have
I'm not
added
gonna give
that
the
when I
website name 'cause I'm
asked.
not going to advertise them. But I'll share the link with you guys once I hit the share button here. Not advertising third-party stuff on Turnbuckle Studios.
No, but you could have said there. You could have said that there was a place that sells.
I literally just found it as Bubba said it.
Okay. Calm down. Calm down.
That was awesome.
It's not attack. Just
Now, prior to War Games and his injuries last year, I know Bronson Reed had laid out Seth Rollins. Was Sheamus not a part of one of those massive tsunami attacks as well?
well, Bronson
I think
Reed
so.
did do a thing with Braun Strowman. That was
Yeah, it
big. He might have.
Oh, pardon me.
So I think the general consensus is that Jey Uso is going to win this match.
Yes.
But my question is, who is the one that loses the match?
It's going to have to be Reed. Or Sheamus. I think more likely be Sheamus.
I was going to lean more towards Sheamus, but I could see Reed unless he's taken out on the outside, like we saw last week. But on Friday, we saw LA Knight get taken out, and he was the one that had to eat the pin in the ring.
I'm going to go with Bronson Reed taking the pin because I feel like Sheamus and Rusev are going to powder out and brawl somewhere else.
Okay.
And it's going to probably be because of, again, LA Knight coming in and costing him the match. which in turn is probably going to lead to Seth Rollins and LA Knight having a match at Night of Champions. Or if LA Knight can find 2 more people, it's going to be a 6-man tag.
Right.
But again, I'm not really sure like who those two other people he could find would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it would be okay if Bronson actually took the win in this match.
So would I.
Because, as Parrish said, I mean, like, what's stopping Jey from asking for a rematch even if he loses this match here?
Right.
Holy.
Well, and I had said last week I thought this tournament was Braun Breakers to lose because I had it so that you could have Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins as that new 2-man power trip.
Wow.
Well, they need a new one of those.
Yep.
I've never seen anybody do that with the hood of the table.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen it splinter like that.
Right.
Well, that could be an indication that that was a. I don't know. I'm assuming they have like a million of those. Maybe not a million, but
Oh, I'm sure they got a few
spares.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, they break when you go on top of the table. You don't move that thing.
It's either that or somebody's really good at putting it back together. Could have hired that guy.
Yeah, and I've seen it at Unforgiven specifically where they did replace that in between matches.
Right.
It's neat to see it being used as a weapon, like somebody propping it and throwing somebody through it like a table. That was pretty cool. Oh. Uh-oh. You're taking too long, Jay. Taking too long. Yeah.
It's not easy to take Rusev down though, with just
No,
a
it's
couple
not.
super kicks.
Notice how Jay, when he does that like spinning kick, he never really ever hits upwards of the shoulder. He always hits in the midsection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he catches your bicep most of the time.
Oh, look, that guy thinks he's funny because he has a Brock Lesnar Vikings jersey.
There we go.
And then he's recording it. Jesus Christ, dude, just watch the show.
You gotta love when you're there ringside and you're doing this.
Dude,
Watching
at
through your phone. Like
at the Our Lady Peace concert, there had to have been an easy, like at least a couple hundred fans just standing there with their phones up like this, recording the entire concert.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I get if you're at a concert recording a song or two, maybe because you like the song, but to stand there and do the whole show like that, just
that's not a barrier that breaks easily.
Oh no,
that was probably very uncomfortable.
I don't blame the ref for going to go check on Bronson there.
Right? I'm just like, That's going to be a concussion. You're out again for a couple weeks. Oh, here we go.
Well, I'm sure given what has happened with Liv, there is probably an onus now to ensure that there is additional attention
Yep.
to superstars during the match.
They're slapping each other. They're slapping each other. Whoa, that's not a slap. That's a forearm.
If there's
Damn.
one thing about Sheamus, he's laying it in.
No, I know, but still.
And Rusev is giving it back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
These two guys, yeah, they're just all go, these two.
Does Rusev get the praise for how solid of a spinning back heel that he has?
Don't think he does.
Like, it is phenomenal.
They're just staring each other down.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like, the one person that reminds me of how accurate it is was X-Pac.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Rusev eats X-Pac sized lunches every day.
Right.
Yep. That's the appetite for the lunch. There's still
No, he has 1, 2, 3 kid appetizers. He has X-Pac lunches.
Oh, that's great.
And then he has 6-pack beers.
I don't think he drinks beer. He's a vodka guy.
It looks like I was going to say vodka.
He's Bulgarian.
Oh, Jey Uso.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they make 6-pack vodkas. So
No, he just drinks a whole bottle because he's a man.
They make a 60. This is turning into a car wreck of a match.
Oh, this is phenomenal. I feel really bad for Jey and even Sheamus because they're the smaller ones. And when you can say Sheamus is a smaller one in a match, there must be some big ass guys in this match.
right.
Oh man,
Jey already has his ribs tied up, so it's like he's just like saying,
well,
it's like I got 4 letters, 1 word. Ouch.
yeah, right. Ouch. Wow, what a suplex to
Right.
Rusev there.
And just
Holy.
the snap and the speed on it from Bronson Reed. Which is not something you would expect against Rusev.
I mean, but the guy outweighs Rusev by how many pounds? Like, come on,
A couple kilos.
Oh,
couple kilos.
yeah.
That's a good 4 or 5 stone right there.
No, they have a drug policy. They're not stoned. It's kilos.
Oh God.
And I'm well aware of the wording I put out
Yep.
there, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well
Oh
aware.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I just laughed. Uh-oh. Is Sheamus seriously? Holy. Don't trip over that thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised one of those ringside tenants didn't go and get that.
Like nobody's moved it, pushed it against the table. You know what I mean? Like,
Usually there's somebody at ringside that would remove that.
I love when they go to commercial at the exact inopportune time or come back.
Well, it's only commercial if you don't
Yeah.
have the good stuff.
Yeah, but it looked like Sheamus was going for some kind of big move, and then they faded out.
That's because the wrestlers don't know when they're going for
No, I
commercial half the time. when they're on the outside. So they just do their thing. I would have loved this for an Intercontinental match back in the...
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Jay's chest is about to get a lot more sore. No, maybe not.
It's like, no beats, all eats.
No
these,
beats.
Eat these cleats.
I mean, no lie there.
I don't even think we've seen an attempted pinfall in this match yet.
I think there's been at least one or
we
two.
might in a minute.
Yeah, not many.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Sheamus.
geez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Sheamus.
Oh, makes me nervous when I see his knees starting to buckle like that.
He's shaking. Oh my god.
If we start feeling tremors in a few minutes, guys, we'll know why.
Yep.
Right?
They're fine.
Wow. Like, why are you not pinning, Rusev?
Rusev smash.
Out. Right?
Rusev don't pin. Rusev smash.
That's right.
When was the last time you saw Rusev win a match by a pin?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Rusev win by a pin, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Holy. Oh,
Well, I just noticed Paul Heyman's at ringside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheamus out of nowhere. That giant knee he gives people, man. That thing
Right?
deadly. Girl kick.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
Holy cow! Holy!
Oh, Jey Uso's like, yeah, I'm
tsunami.
staying out of this. Big man can slap meat. I'm just gonna sit around saying, yeet.
Right.
You're like, I don't want none of that.
Even Jey Uso's like, I can't move. I had to do everything just to move you.
Oh, big spear from Jay.
Yeah, but do you now see like the pants of Jay with the side pockets? That's very
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he's feeling a little froggy.
Ribbit.
Oh, yay, we got Braun Breaker. Yippee-ki-yay. Whoa!
Sami Zayn.
Now we got Sami
Wow.
Zayn. Squirrel's getting squirrely. He's just kicking the hood for the... Uh-oh. Oh, no, over the table. Oh.
Oh, no.
Penta.
Oh, Penta.
Wow.
Does Braun Breaker like truly just want to have like the meme of the year or what? It's like, this is what happens when you take too much whey protein.
Oh, there's LA Knight.
Yeah.
Look at Paul Heyman's just like, what the heck is going on here? Oh, come on.
Go for the Kamala pin. Don't roll him.
No, it's going.
Oh, he's got to go up and get another one.
Yep.
The right way. Sit on him. Yeah. Holy cow.
That's
I love LA Knight
Bubba.
sitting out there laughing. That's awesome, dude.
Why did LA Knight look like semi-orgasmic in the crowd there? He looks a little weird.
Oh my god. Mama Bear's coming in. Holy, what a match this is. And then yeet. That was nuts, man. Wow. Oh no. Seth Rollins is coming out now.
Oh, he's actually wearing something normal.
For now. He mad.
He's wearing Chicago Bear colors.
Yep.
Or Oiler colors. Yeah, we all know who he's
That's
rooting for
even
tomorrow.
better.
I mean, I like it. I like how his tie got caught in his necklace, like in the S part. That is so funny because it's never gonna.
Someone's got to
again.
come. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen.
Mhm.
It's this coming.
Yeah. But did you hear the place go unglued?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a pop.
I can guarantee you Cody and Jay is more than likely going to be the main event next week.
Oh,
Well, the roids are kicking in for Seth. He's starting to vibrate.
Inner android's not on silent.
Is that it? That's all we're getting?
Did we really need anything more?
no.
No, just that slight tease. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
Tease me, baby. Yet it is ironic that he wears Bears colors. His Money in the Bank briefcase is Packer colors.
Right.
If I was Seth, I would have just changed it to be Bear colors for the one night.
Right.
You know how he changes colors every week, especially for his Titantron? Imagine if they did the same thing for his Money in the Bank contract.
Oh dear God! And that'd be more annoying than John Cena's T-shirts. I mean, cash grab if I've ever seen one, and I can respect the hustle.
We just getting a stare down here, or are we actually going to get some, respect and love out of these two? I'm good with just the stare.
What do you want them to do in terms of respect and love, OMD?
Well, go ahead. Tell us.
There you go. Cody offering the handshake. There we go.
You want a Herbie Hancock or what?
Nope. I'm not into parish fetishes.
You don't even know what movie that's from? Dear God. You got to get outside, Barb.
But there's people.
No, he's
outside.
just got to watch Netflix more instead of just on Monday nights and Fridays.
I mean, Adam Sandler is working with Netflix. Tommy Boy is on Netflix.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
Oh my god. My brain just went. But what a Monday Night Raw, boys. Glad I got to be here for it.
We are glad you were here as well.
Wow. That was crazy.
Speaking of Adam Sandler movies, the next one that gets recommended for me to watch is Happy Gilmore. Only because I did watch Tommy Boy this afternoon.
on that note, let's what did everybody enjoy about tonight's episode of Raw? What was your standout? Let's start with you, Bubba, since you were the one that was very excited to be here today.
Right? Dude, that last match segment was really good. What a way to send us off into like NXT, SmackDown, all the next shows. But the women's segments stole the show tonight. What a way to start Raw with that great match. Finding out who's next in the list of Queen of the Ring. Just the whole tournament, both the men's and the women's side, really intrigues me. I'm excited for the next round. We got Jey Uso taking on his best friend, Cody Rhodes. How that's going to play out, whether their friendship can survive that match. Like, nobody knows, right? So I'm looking forward to hopefully not working Friday so I can see how the next steps go. But all in all, dude, it was great. I was happy to be here again with you guys. Yeah, great night. Thank you.
Let's go to Best next.
Yeah, this there was I could speak English, I promise you. No, just everything about the show was just fantastic. That Liv Morgan promo just sold me even more on her. Like she didn't even she even needed to do in the first place. I'm worried about where we're gonna go now with her injury, and even if that possible thing with the Bellas is even going to happen. Hopefully, it's still on the plate. Hopefully, she's fine. But yeah, this entire show was just top to bottom fantastic.
OMD.
The two quarterfinal matches for the King and Queen of the Ring for me were fantastic, but it was everything regarding both intercontinental titles that stood out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there wasn't even a lot. I mean, we had, Dom in the opening segment with Liv, re-garnering his heat, but then going to that match between AJ and JD. And then that little 60-second segment between AJ and Nick Aldis, Bayley and Nick Aldis, and then Lyra and Bayley, as well as that Bayley-Becky promo in mid-ring. Mm-hmm. That is what really boosted this show for me.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I wanted to go as well, is that Bayley-Becky segment. We're seeing something very new, which is insane to say when you get Becky Lynch and Bayley being involved. But this is the first time they've ever been in a one-on-one feud in their WWE career. And it's absolutely insane that it's been this long, but also it's been this highly anticipated, but it's also very much highly excitable. Why? Because they've done everything there is to do in women's wrestling.
Yeah.
And now they are creating and establishing what this Intercontinental Championship can be for the women. And it is very needed, because what would the Intercontinental Championship be if we didn't have some of the likes of Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect and Roddy Piper and some of the greats during their time do? We need this for the Intercontinental Championship. And then in the crosshairs, we have Lyra Valkyria, who stands to benefit the most out of all of this. It's just an absolute fun thing to watch, and I cannot wait to see what this develops into. And then you add the use of Penta, which I think not a lot of people are talking about how he intervened in that main event, and he made his presence felt, and now he is perceived to be one of the guys that goes against, the vision of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman.
Right.
So I'm very much intrigued to see where Penta fits in all this, because it definitely seems like he is looking to do more outside of the Intercontinental Championship. And can Penta be someone that maybe goes up against Seth Rollins in the future? I'm very intrigued to see that.
You did ask earlier tonight if
and
LA
that's where
Knight
I was.
Okay, go ahead, Best.
And that's where I was going to get to, because it just came to me, because I did say earlier in the show that if maybe we get a 6-man tag between with LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, maybe Penta is one of the ones that joins LA Knight in that sense. And I know Sami Zayn was out there, but I feel like Sami's going to be in the finals of the King of the Ring, so maybe Cody or even Jay becomes that other man in that 6-man tag.
OMD, give your final thoughts that you were going to say, and then let's let everybody know where we can find each other before we play the weekly calendar, before we play the outro.
Well, I was going to go exactly there. Do we see Penta become one of those guys that could potentially team with LA Knight in a 6-man? And is that where we get maybe a Rey Fenix and a Lucha Brothers reunion, because they could look at, well, Phoenix is Penta's brother, let's take him out to get into Penta's head.
And let's look at the possibilities right now. We have seen Penta, we have seen Cody Rhodes. If we bring in Rey Fenix, these are 3 people that used to work for AEW. This can be a very intriguing people to go against Seth Rollins, who's been very pro WWE. Let's move WWE in the right direction. And then we get people that came from AEW going up against that. It's very ironic, if you ask me. It's just something that I thought about. But OMD, what do you have coming up? Where can the people find you?
The people can find me socially on my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. And they can catch me right back here tomorrow night alongside Mr. Best on Turnbuckle Talk at 8:05 p.m. Eastern.
Well, and since you say his name, he shall speak next. Chris Best.
Yeah, if you want to find me at my socials are linktr.ee/Chris_best83. And just as OMD said, tomorrow, 8:05 p.m. Eastern for Turnbuckle Talk. But if wrestling isn't your thing, you can also look for me Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the PlayStation Showcase. This week, we're going to look at the game. I'm thinking of 2 games in mind, and I'm thinking the Plucky Squire or the new RoboCop game.
Bubba Duke, what about you? Where can the people find you? What do you have coming next?
Yeah, find me YouTube, Bubba Duke Show, and over on Twitch, Boris Nest with Bubba Duke. If I'm not working, you will be able to find me this Thursday, 7:55 p.m. Eastern Time for Brace for Impact, where we cover everything that is TNA Impact related.
And for me, you guys all know that you can find me on my link tree. You can't see it because our border's in the way, but it's the same thing as everybody else except for Bubba because he's weird. It's Linktree, Chris Parrish. Go check that out. You can see me every Sunday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time with the Chris Parrish Podcast. This week, who's next? I'll tell you if you watch the Chris Parrish Podcast. Now, we said we're going to play the calendar video before we play the outro. So we'll play the calendar video, and then we'll get to OMD.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And if you want more information about the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, please check out turnbucklestudios.org, where you can not only meet the team, you can check out all the latest episodic shows on that video you just saw. You have a chance to also email Turnbuckle Studios directly to see if you have what it takes to either join or collaborate with Turnbuckle Studios. Everyone is welcome, so please make sure you email now. And we cannot be remiss if we do not talk about our founder, Carl Carafell, the OG of Turnbuckle Studios, the OG host of Turnbuckle Talk. Make sure you're checking him out at his Linktree /Carl Carafell, and as well, go buy some merch. Go help support us. It's great. It's fun. You gotta wear all the nice swag, and you can do that at carlcarafell.redbubble.com. OMD didn't have to poop in his diapers today, so we have to do it here. So make sure you go to carlcarafell.com or .redbubble.com right now. Speaking of OMD,
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.